it's Tuesday afternoon. We got a lot of rain this weekend, which unfortunately made the watershed in the ground too wet to spray or apply any of our grub control on Monday or Tuesday. So what we did is we pushed everything back 2 days. We doubled up our schedule for tomorrow, and now what we're going to do is go to site 1. So we're here at site 1 now. I'm gonna run inside and grab the grub control stuff and get some tempo to treat some crepe myrtles as well. We got a little fungus problem, so we're gonna throw some tempo on them. Stay tuned tomorrow for that. That's the job we're preparing for today. All right, so I just left site 1. I got some Let's Go Bandit insecticide. This is grub control. It's good for about 6 months on a property. So essentially what we're doing tomorrow is we're gonna be doing a pre-emergent grub control. So we're gonna spray it in the winter and we should be good on grubs for about the next 6 months. This stuff is about $90 a bottle. So it's little on the expensive side, but not too bad. You get about 4 acres out of a bottle like this in terms of square footage, coverage, ounces per acre of what it recommends. So stay tuned and we'll show you what this looks like tomorrow. In addition to that, I got some Tempo SC Ultra. This is for crepe myrtles. We've got some diseased crepe myrtles with some fungus on them, so we're going to be treating those with this tomorrow. Hopefully get them healthy again, get them growing properly, and get a good bud going in the springtime. So yeah, I'll show you guys what that looks like out of a hand pump, and then that'll be out of the spray pump. We'll walk the properties again. Originally, it was actually going to be more fun. We were going to do a granular option for the grub control and pull a trailer with a quad and spread it that way, but it's 4 or 5 times as expensive as the liquid, and the liquid works great. So we're going to go with that option, save the customer some money, and do a better job. The Tempo was $40, so crepe myrtle wise, you should be able to get pretty good coverage. We'll explore that a little bit tomorrow and see what it looks like after I've had a chance to read through the directions in great detail. But yeah, stay tuned and we'll show you guys what that looks like. There's a trick that you can do with deep creep right here. It's kind of similar to Seafoam or WD-40, but this is designed to break through and basically free up anything that's locked together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen this spark plug here and pour some deep creep down the hole in the spark plug and let it sit overnight. Then I'm going to replace everything on this blower, get it in tip-top shape, ready to roll, put some proper gas in it, and see if this deep creep is able to free up this seized up piston in here, and we can salvage this blower. If we can salvage this blower, I'll save about $400, and that would be a nice payday. Alright, so it's Wednesday afternoon. Unfortunately this morning it was much too cold to run the water hose. I turned it on and literally nothing happened, so to avoid anything breaking I just turned it off real quickly, and because of that it's too cold for us to fill our water tank today, so we pushed everything to tomorrow, and instead of that we're going to go to the compost right now, dump all these limbs, and then once the trailer's clear we're able to dump it, and then tomorrow we can spray and work as a crew with just the truck, and the truck doesn't have to be in trailer mode. We can drive faster and it's a lot better on gas, so we're going to go get that set up for you now. so it's Thursday. We're iced out. It's too cold because I didn't leave the faucet dripping. Remember to leave your faucet dripping if it's going to be too cold. That's just a dumb mistake on my part. But we're in here. We've got our handy book of combined pesticide laws and regulations. Your respective state will have one of these. You just want to make sure that you're always referencing this pretty much anytime you're going to do any action or do anything that's in the chemical world. The oversight is serious, and it's a serious job. You want to make sure you take it seriously. So we've got our book open here, and we're just going to start putting in some of our recordings for tomorrow. Obviously not the data that we take on site, like the weather information, the start and stop time, but just some of the stuff that can be repeated, such as the application date, the customer name, the address, the EPA number, product name, the active ingredients, things like that. I'm going to take the next couple of hours or so and put in all of our basic data for the yards we're spraying tomorrow and for the yards we're going to have to spray next week now due to the inclement weather. And this is just something you want to stay on the top of, because at any moment you need to be able to present these and show an accurate record of your spray history. So we're going to get on that, make sure that we're compliant with the law, make sure we're not putting ourselves in any risk, and go out there and make some money tomorrow. Power washing, grand opening here. First business I've owned that isn't straight lawn care and doesn't revolve around mowing as a revenue source. So hopefully we want to get this up and going and get at least one full day of work a week. Here's our flyers. So we're going to be handing these out over the next couple of weeks as we're going to different properties, spraying, mowing, landscaping, whatever it is. If we're in a neighborhood, we're going to be handing these flyers out, putting them on doors. And then also what we'll do is on weekends, on Sundays, when we know people are home, we'll go out for a couple hours with these. We'll knock on doors, we'll talk to people, we'll sell to them and see if they want us to power wash on site. So we've got our big stack of flyers here, but before we get into the flyers, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what 2021 looks like. So here's my revenue stream plan. General outline of how I want to end the year. I want to have these 4 things going, producing at least half a day or a day of regular work a week, and then Graham's Lawn Care on top of that, all that to supplement. So regular mowing, regular lawn care services, and then these other specialized businesses that require licensing and are worth more per hour, supplement those in until eventually they just take over lawn care, and then it doesn't really make sense for me to justify mowing anymore because there's a lot of other services that are worth more per hour and I can fill my schedule with them. So we're slowly working towards that goal, diversifying our income a little bit so that we can scale and we get to the next level. So specifically talking about power washing here, I've got a lot of my details laid out. This is by no means a comprehensive business plan, but it's just a general one-page breakdown of everything, just some of the details that we want to get on paper. So there's a lot of the services we're going to offer with the power washing company. Some of the pricing is right here, and then here's our giant stack of flyers. So we're going to try to do 1 or 2 of these a week, every week until we're out. So basically this stack will continue to shrink in size, and what we're going to do, and this is most important, is we're going to keep track of our customer callback rate to measure whether or not these are effective flyers or if they're ineffective. So let's say that every 100 flyers we hang, we get on average 1 customer calling us back, versus the last batch that was designed differently might have gotten 75 flyers every 1 customer calls us back. So we might want to go back to the old design or tweak it. It's important to keep track of your analytics in that manner so that you can adjust your marketing material to be more effective, and so you're not wasting money and especially time, because door knocking and hanging flyers is tedious work, and it's tougher than mowing in some cases. Like, I'd rather mow for 12 hours than door walk for 12 hours. So make sure that you're utilizing your time properly, getting the most time out of your marketing and door walking time, and that your flyers are effective. And the way you measure that is by keeping track of your callback ratio. So in addition to the residential customer base that we're looking for with our flyers here, we also want to get commercial contracts. These are commercial clients that we would service bi-weekly or monthly. For example, take a car wash, or not a car wash, a gas station that has a regular buildup of dangerous gas, chemicals, things like that. They need their entire flat top power wash regularly to prevent that buildup. We might get a contract with them so that we come back monthly. Those are the kind of customers that are really important in this business, because once you get one, you can retain them for a long period of time. And more often than not, a lot of those contracts pay through the winter time whenever lawn businesses are low on money. It's hard to find services because we make the most amount of our money during the summertime when we're mowing. So we're going to be building an email and a not necessarily a script, but kind of a list of facts, and just to keep our thoughts on paper to call people. So we're going to be calling businesses in an effort to set up appointments, and we're going to be emailing businesses in an effort to set up appointments. And ultimately the goal is to just get a service agreement, a contract with quotes on the table or in email in front of someone with the power of the pen, so that if they're wanting to make a change, or that if they're building a new business, or they know someone who's building a new business and they need a lawn service, or they need someone, they'll have us at the front of their mind. So we're just gonna keep firing those. That's stuff that we can do from home. We don't necessarily have to be at work doing that. So we're gonna try to set a target goal for that weekly. We're gonna keep track of our customer retention rate, and then based on that, we can say, okay, how many commercial contracts do we want to close a month? Let's say we want to close 2 contracts a month. Okay, we have to call 300 people to close 1 sale. So this month we're going to call 600 people. It's 150 a week. How many is that a day? So then we'll make those calls every day, and then we should grow by 2 commercial clients a month on paper. And then based on those commercial clients, because you don't lose them, because they retain for 12 months, 24 months, 36 months, the growth is exponential. It's not a one-time deal. So that's kind of the difference between residential and commercial clients when it comes to any service business. And especially with power washing, we would love to get a car wash, for example, power wash their cars after it rains once, twice, 3 times a month, $15 a car or something. And then we'd like to get some gas stations. So that's some more higher level work that I don't necessarily know how to break into. I don't know how to get into those markets, but I'm just gonna keep hammering away until I meet someone in the industry, someone can hook me up, and then they'll teach me how it's done. And in turn, I will teach you and show you guys, so you don't have to make all the mistakes I make out of ignorance. So the white smoke is the deep creep being burned off out of the piston. But remember, this was a $400 blower that was previously seized up. We got the piston fixed, and now it's running. So hopefully we can salvage it and just keep on going. Good morning, it's Friday. Got my boots here. It means we're spraying grubs for the day. We're gonna get out there, get going before the wind gets illegal. We're still under the legal limit for a couple hours according to the forecast, so we're gonna get going. Seth left his keys in his friend's car, so we're gonna go pick him up on the way. Let's get there. Alright, so we're at both of our grub control acreages. It's pretty cold outside, so we're sitting in the truck to record this. We're going to get these 2 yards sprayed real quick, and then treat some crepe myrtles, and then we're going to head back to Stone Meadows, and we're going to get some flyers hung, hopefully get some power washing customers in the next couple weeks from these flyers. Stay tuned and come with us.
Loving you loud, loud. When you're touching me, nobody else can do that you do. Woman, when you're loving me, nobody else can
so we finished spraying our properties for grubs. Now we've got some diseased crepe myrtles here. They've got some fungus on them, so we're going to apply our fungicide, Tempo, our backpack sprayer to the outside of these crepe myrtles. We're going to do another service on them in a couple months, hopefully get them looking nice and healthy again. But for now, we're going to start with this first one and try to start combating this fungus, so by the time they bud, they're healthy again.
I'm covering the whole entire tree, all 3 of them.
Alright, so we finished spraying our acreages. We finished applying the Tempo to our crepe myrtles that were suffering from the fungus problem. And now we're on our way back to base. We're going to hang some flyers, hopefully drum up some power washing business, and then call it a week. Get this lawn vlog edited for you guys and post it today. So come with us. So we're going to be hanging our flyers here in this neighborhood. The 3 of us are going to do this stack real quick, just bust it out, get some marketing out for this week, and then call it a week. It's pretty cold outside, so we won't do this super long time, but then next week we're probably going to hang a few stacks, so see if we get some calls back and hopefully get some cool power washing videos up. But for now, we're going to start walking around. Basically what I do is I just find whatever's metal on the door so I don't rip off or damage any paint, and then I just take this and I tape it using Scotch tape to the door handle or whatever it is. Try to be responsible. If it says no soliciting, obviously don't leave a postcard, but other than that, you can hang these on doors, keep track of your callback ratio, see how many doors you got to hang per customer, and then once you get that number, you can decide how fast you want your business to grow based on how much time you want to spend hanging flyers or doing any other type of marketing where you keep track of your callback rate. So come with us, we'll get this done, and then catch us next Monday for our equipment breakdown for our 2021 season. So stay tuned for that video, and I appreciate it. So we got our full stack of power washing flyers hung on the door, so we'll see if we get a call back from 125 of those. If not, we'll hang another stack and another after that, so we get a call back, and then we'll start to dial in our callback ratio and see how many flyers per customer, what's our ratio, and we'll share that with you. You can see if our flyers are effective or if they're wasting time and money, you need to go with a different design. So with that, I'll end the lawn vlog. Thanks for watching. Catch us on Monday and Wednesday next week for our videos, and then next Friday for the lawn vlog episode 3. Thanks for watching.